it's TxStampin Sharon. I'm going to be sharing a cup of Christmas with you today, and I also have some extra projects that I want to share with you. I'll be probably doing that at the end. If you're new to my channel, I want to welcome you. If you like this video, you can subscribe to my channel by hitting that button below, and then hit the notification bell. You'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Let me show you my projects. Here's the card that we're making today. And of course, I had to pull in my favorite, copper foil. It's simple, it's easy, and it's going to make a great Christmas card. So let's get started. I've cut out my cups, my mugs, and look what I did. We're gonna save some paper. Paper saving tip, yay! All right, let's get started. I have my materials cut. My Very Vanilla is 5.5 by 8.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4, and this is the Very Vanilla thick. I just think it feels so good. And then I have a piece of copper that I cut out with the stitch framelits, and this was about 3 1/8 by 4 3/8, so it was about that size. I want to share a tip with the copper. I know that a lot of you have already seen how I tell you to remove the backing. There's a plastic coating back there. But when I did that the first time, because this is such a large area, this is not a detailed die that I have to worry about, getting all the bits and pieces out and everything. I just needed some straight cut edges. I went ahead and pulled it back to get that plastic coating off. But when I did, I had trouble with it kind of, I guess like warping a bit. Anyway, I decided the next time to prep for the video, I was just gonna leave it on, and it did great. I used a brand new cutting plate so that it didn't mar up my copper foil. So just wanted to share that with you if you struggle, because after you take this off, this is a lot thinner. See how thin it is? So that's why I was struggling keeping it nice and flat. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add our embossing buddy, and then we're going to stamp Merry Christmas the correct way. And then we're going to emboss it with some copper embossing powder. The Delica ink pad is pretty, but it's not bold enough for me. I'm a bold gal. The next thing, when you go to add snail to that plastic coating, you may struggle. So we're going to use liquid glue. It's almost like that plastic coating won't allow the snail to come out. It's really strange. And I think this is the only foil that does this. It's the only one I've ever had trouble with. Oh, I hope that's straight. Let's see. Yep, that's straight. I forgot to tell y'all, this cup of Christmas is what I'm using, and these are the dies. So much fun, so many possibilities. We're gonna go ahead and add some adhesive to our mugs. We're going to add them to our layer of copper. This designer series paper from the Brightly Gleaming Suite is absolutely gorgeous. And it is my favorite because it has copper. I don't know why my voice changes when I say that word. I shared this trick on a previous video. I think it was the one before this, where trying to stamp the poinsettia and then cut it out with the framelits, it's a struggle. So let's make it easy. All right, so I have added something since that video, so let me go over it. I have put a Sharpie black dot on that tip. And then I put a Sharpie on the same coordinating tip of the stamp set. Woo! So now there's no more of, you know, like fumbling around with the stamp set or with the stamp itself. I still look at this little area right here where I've got a little notch. So basically I'm looking for that little notch and I hit it almost every time. It's so cool. You know, we're gonna be making a lot of Christmas cards, and if we're making all the same, we need to make it easy and cool. All right, since I already have this stamp pad, you could use Versamark if you don't have the Delica. I'm gonna go ahead and stamp my poinsettia. Oh, wait till I share this tip with you. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna love with it. I have such a cool tip to share with you, so don't leave me. See, I mean, see how I can just eyeball it? Once you pick a spot on that cutout, on that die, you're gonna nail it every time. So see how much easier. Of course, I'm using the Stamparatus. You know, the Stamparatus is definitely a tool that helps you align things. You don't have to have all the blocks in the world to make your stamps work. It's a great tool. Okay, so the first time I did this, I was like, well, rats, now how am I gonna get them out? Brilliant. Use a tool to pick it up, tap it off. I so wish Stampin' Up! Still sold these little trays. They were awesome. And I hate to always show them on the video because you can't buy them anymore. However, I'm not giving them up. All right, let's close up all of our embossing powder for now. And we're gonna pick a spot to hold this. Whoops. Not quite happy with part of that. So if you notice, my hand is still swollen. I'm seeing a different doctor in the next day or so. I think I have some lymphedema. I had breast cancer 17 years ago, and I think that's what's going on. In addition to my Raynaud's syndrome, we're gonna go ahead and pop these up with dimensionals. Cute, 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 cute. Last thing is to stamp on the inside. And don't leave me because I have some fun things to share. Wishing you a Christmas filled with love and happiness. The tips I have to do with the cup, if you stamp with the cup and then try to cut it out with the die. I love embossing. I think it's so elegant. And of course, when it's done with copper, even better. All right, so let me show you my tip. I was trying to stamp the mug and cut it out with the dies. See how I have too much white right there and not enough over here? It just really bothered me. And then over here, the handle, you know, all of them were just so different. And I was like, I gotta figure out a tip to help myself and y'all. So look at that one. Pretty perfect, huh? All right, so I kept trying. I'm like, okay. Hit or miss is not a good idea. It was a waste of paper. So I have this cute little light box that I'm using just for the video. I have lots of lights around me for my cameras, but I figured out if I turn this over, I may have too many cameras. Let me see if I can, I hope you can see it. I can see it so well with that light source. So let me see. Let's see if I can pick up the box. Well, I thought it would work, but I think my light box is not as strong as the lights around me. But you get the idea. If you will pick it up and put it up to a light source, a lamp, overhead ceiling, whatever, you will be able to see the die through, oh, I can see it so well there, through the cardstock with your light source. All right, you ready to see some of my other projects that I've been playing with? Okay, so now that is a Christmas card. Okay, we got our poinsettias. Woo, poinsettias everywhere. Super cute. This one could be for any time of the year. I did not have any like craft tissue paper. So I took my brayer, my sponge brayer, and I did crumb cake, okay? And then I stamped the mug, and inside is some coffee. So it all matchy-matchies. I did add a little touch of copper. You know me, guys, me and my copper. I hope you enjoyed these 3 projects. Thank you so much for watching. There are so many possibilities with this stamp set, and I love the idea of the reversible stamps. I think that is just so cool. Happy stamping, y'all!